what is it? It is 1:56 a.m. right now. I'd say about, mm, I'd say about 8 minutes ago, I heard some shooting. I was just randomly, like those nights, like you're just kind of, like you wake up randomly in the middle of the night, and of course I have like a bladder thing, so I wake up pretty often, to go, use the bathroom, and, yeah, woke up earlier. I was just laying awake for about 20, 40, I guess, more minutes until I fell back asleep. You know how it is. Wake up and it takes you a little while to go to sleep. Now, sometimes, you know how you hear noises and, you're like, okay, what was that? Because we all know guns exist. Of course, like we know guns exist. We know people use them. Of course. Some for good, some for bad. Yeah. We know that sometimes things sound a lot like guns, but sometimes they're not guns, right? Right. Sometimes just like, you know, someone banging on something. Sometimes it's just, sometimes, it's just like I feel like sometimes like I'm just like laying awake and sometimes I hear like people arguing outside and it turns out, they're playing. So like I get scared, I jump up and I look outside my window and make sure no one's hurt, no one's fighting. I know a couple of times there have been fighting events like at my complex. Um, you know, it wasn't white people doing it. I'll just say that it wasn't white people doing it. I'll just leave it at that. Like every single time. But I'm gonna tell you, those just like the few times though where the fighting that I heard has actually been fighting. Sometimes I hear like, fighting or arguing, yelling, or some weird noises outside. I live on like the top floor, so I can just look out my window, look down, and like I see a pretty good majority of what can happen, from my view. Sometimes I hear like girls scream or whatever, and I get scared for them. I'm like, oh, so, what was going on? Let me see if I can help them or whatever. Let me see what I have to do. Let me see the situation. So I peek out my window, and then sometimes it's just them running around, screaming with each other, playing around, having a good time. To be honest, that annoys me because it's like, look, this like the boy who cried wolf. The more time, like that's happened so many times. Like a girl screams and it sounds like she's in pain. It sounds like she's in panic, right? Like it sounds like, oh my god, help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean to like put guys like on the fence, but here it goes. And then I hear like a guy voice, that like calls after her or something like, stop, you know what I'm saying? But see, it doesn't sound playful. And that's what scares me. It can even be like another girl's voice. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just fighting. And that sense of like, oh my god, something's happening, something's going on. I need to do something. I need to stop this. There's violence happening. I need to do something. Because I don't like violence. And I get it. Like, you do what you can, especially when it happens to you, because violence is one thing, but it's another thing if it's happening to you. Like, if there's violence upon you, you know, that's a different situation. There are plenty of times where people, they see things happening, they turn their head because they're like, oh, well, it's not happening to me. I'm good. I'm all right. So it's different. But, when it's like outer forces versus when it's happening to you, when it's being inflicted on you, obviously, you know? But even if it's not, like I said, there's just like the sense of, oh my god, what's happening? I need to stop this. What's going on? Now it is now 2:01 a.m. right now. So yeah, like I said, it does get on my nerves sometimes because it's like the boy who cried wolf. I go out there, peek out my window, whether it's I feel like, oh my god, a girl's in trouble, she needs help or whatever, or some people are fighting, they they need resolution or whatever, whatever. And then it's just people playing around. That pisses me off because I'm like, what? Fuck y'all. Because honestly, the next time I hear screams, right? What sounds like screams to me? Because again, I'm not out there with them. Again, I'm not involved in that. It's not that's not self, inflicted, violence or goofing off or whatever. See, so I don't know. I only know what I'm hearing, and if I mean my ears are small, but and if what I'm hearing sounds a certain way, then it's gonna alarm me. Okay, I'm gonna be alarmed because again, like me, I want to help. I'm like, okay, well, let me solve this. I don't like this. I don't like violence. Whatever's going on, let's stop it right now. Let's fix this, right? And I go out there to check, and then y'all just playing around, running around like in the dark. Look, the next time though, watch me not come. Watch me not come and look out for you though. And then you're actually getting stabbed because after so many times of getting up, y'all just playing around and Instagram, photo shoot and all that crap. Y'all just screaming and stuff in the middle of the night and playing around or play fighting or whatever. Like throwing beer bottles at each other and so, crazy. Okay, fine. Then watch when you actually need help when you don't get it. Really. And like anyway, because I'm gonna think you're playing just like every other time you've been playing. Shoot, like I said, I don't know. Like I hear something, and since I'm not stupid, I'm not just gonna like, oh my god, I have to call the cops. No. Some things aren't always as they seem. So like I said, I go to my window and I check it out. Okay, what is it? What's going on? And if I happen to see the people who are causing the noise, I'm like, okay, I assess the situation. Are they playing? What's going on? What do they look like? What are they wearing? You know what I'm saying? Really. But like I said, I mean, when you actually need help, it ruins it. It ruins it for when you really need help. Because I'm gonna think you're just playing, and I'm not even gonna get up to check. And then you might be actually, I wake up in the morning, and there may be like an outline of your body on the road, because you were actually getting stabbed. But again, I didn't get up to check because like I said, every other time, I hear so much of that, like playing, and it sounds like arguing, and it scares the hell out of me. But again, me trying to be cautious and help everyone or whatever. Anyway, I know what I heard was gunshots. I know it. And I'm gonna tell you, like, it's like, look, I live in Durham, okay? So, like, I've bumped in, like, to a few people, like, local people, and they say, yeah, man, it's rough up here. Like, it was a white guy who told me that one time. I remember when I still worked at KFC. I was leaving my job or whatever, and he was like waiting like at a bus stop or whatever, and it was like on my break. Yeah, that's what it was. It was on my break. I had to get ready to go back inside, start working again. He's like, we had a conversation. Like, yeah, man, it's rough up here. Like I'm from I think he said he's from Detroit. He said, yeah, it's like almost as worse down here. I've been jumped and robbed so many times. I always have to keep a handle on me. Always have to keep a gun on me because I never know what's gonna happen. Like my friend got stabbed in the eye last night, and I was like, what I'm saying? It just, even though I don't, like I said, and I have to point out that I live in Durham, okay? Like in Durham, like when I lived in Raleigh for the short time I didn't know anything about Durham, like I only know the places that I go. I don't know the outskirts of things. Like, it's kind of like I said, if it doesn't concern me, I kind of turn my head. I'm kind of like, okay, it's whatever. I do what I do. I go where I go, where I need to go, where I want to go, and that's it. But when I moved to Durham, that's when I started to hear things about, yeah, Durham is rough, and Durham is predominantly black. Before that, I didn't know anything about that. And, with the views I have about black, well, the views that I had, this is like even like a younger version of me. I was like, oh, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. That is kind of rough. That is kind of ghetto. The things that I hear, like, it didn't strike me as weird that it could be that way. Since there was a lot of black people around. And again, this is what I had heard. Again, I wasn't living here at the time, but I'm gonna tell you, I live in like a nicer, upscale place, like a more. To be honest, I find it's more like of a whitish place. Like it's more well kept and it's more it's typically quieter, it's just there are things that are managed better here. But I'm gonna tell you, it's like you okay, I think I hear I'm not sure if that's a police siren or something. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Pretty sure soon. I'm pretty sure pretty soon. Yeah, they're gonna be like cops here or whatever. I mean, to be honest, I hear, what was it, like just last night, I heard the police sirens, what was it, go off like for the fourth, like they, police, sirens went off like 5 times last night. Really? Hmm. Okay, I hear someone like outside being loud. Okay. Hang on, I hear some people like arguing. Like actually arguing, and I don't know, I don't like this. Like I just heard gunshots and like now people are arguing. I just hang on. Checked it out. I checked it out again. Um as usual, it was, black people out there making the noise. And that's not even like a shot. It's not even, like a shot at black people. No, they just happen to prove me right. To be honest, like it's not me. Like I don't make them. I don't like, throw candy at them or, whatever stakes. And I'm like, you must dance for me. This is what you must do. No, they do it by themselves. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm probably getting ready to get mad here, but you know what? Man, you just have people who ruin things. You just have people like who just ruin things for everyone else. Like, and I've already said like what is it? I made a video. It's like, like blacks, they ruin things. Oh, okay, I don't even know, like that something titled oh yeah, like blacks don't care, so why should I, or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because really, they clown me when they clown themselves, when they're out being ghetto and loud and throwing guns around and stuff. They clown me as well. And so I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about this. You see, I can't do anything about this melon, and I can't do anything about that. So when I step outside, see, then I'm the world's problem too. And I'm gonna tell you, like they do, like they ruin things for younger generations coming up. They really do. It's like being in a classroom and like you have the two class clowns who want to like make jokes and like squirt glue on each other and whatever else, throw glitter everywhere. So then the teacher makes the whole class like stay back after school until like late at night, like clean up the classroom or something like that. Really, you have people, even if it's just like a few, fine. If when it comes to black people, fine. I mean, if you want to argue that it's a select few, groups of black people who run things, fine. But even still, that very select few, like I said, like out of like 30 kids or 20 kids at the classroom, only two can mess it up. You're right. It may be the select few, but guess what? They ruin everything. As soon as those class clowns step into the room, oh, they're here today. Oh God, okay, they're here today. What are they gonna do today? Really, it's like that. It's like that. It's not like that because of black people like me. It's like that because of, other types of black people, because of the niggas. Really, they mess things up. They mess things up. And then it becomes my problem too, because then I have people looking at me crazy too. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do anything about this. I can't do anything about my skin. I step outside every day with this. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, I've already said, like, I feel like the majority of black people are niggas anyway. Really. I've been told, well, you haven't lived a full life and, you haven't done, no. Yeah, but I can tell you whether I go to this store all the way over here, whether I go to this store all the way over here. Fine. Both of these stores happen to be in North Carolina. Let's say, black people, majority of black people are different outside of North Carolina. Well, let's say that. No, because then I hear news reports and I see news reports and, of black people doing certain things and this and this and this and you know what I'm saying? So obviously it's not just in North Carolina where you have, black people acting certain ways. I get it. Everyone is capable of great good and great evil. You're right. Everyone can do anything they want to. And with that, you have people all across the board, short, tall, or, fat, or skinny, average size, blue-eyed to brown, or, red hair to, gray hair, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have bald people, and then you have, really, really, really hairy people. Yes, all across the board. People with short nails, people with long nails, all across the board who can then end up doing wrong, end up doing, wicked evilness. You're right. You're right. Yeah. And I'm also gonna say, like I said, like I made a video. What is it like? What's it called? Like 30% the system's fault and 70% black's fault. Really? We gotta get it together though. I'm gonna tell you, like it's a shame because we keep putting things on ourselves. I'm not going to lie. I also can admit, yeah, of course the media twists things, of course. Of course. Especially when it comes to the viewings of black people. I can definitely vouch for that. Definitely. But I'm gonna tell you, again, no one, like what just happened right now, like the two things. The people who are loud and rowdy, like I already had a suspicion of the type of people who, were the loud and rowdy ones. Of course, every time I hope, okay, maybe this time I'll be proven wrong. Maybe I'll step outside and it's someone a little bit different. No, it's not. It's always the same people. I don't even have to think twice about, okay, who could it be? Who could it be who's doing this? I don't even have to think. That's a damn shame. Again, that's us. That's other black people putting this on other black people. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say, I know the person who shot was a black person. I know it. I know it. Well, you don't know. No, I know it. I know it. Media does things. The media didn't make what just happened happen. You see, again, that is all black people. Like, willingly, that is all them. That was all them in the moment. What they could have controlled. Really. No one made them do that. Like I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not throwing candy at them. I'm not teasing them mistakes. So, okay, you can have this if you just do this. No one's doing that. That is what they are doing in the moment, okay? Said they mess things up. They're the people who come in. Oh, okay. Let's just hope that we can get through without you ruining things for me. Okay, well, you just did. You just ruined things for me, and I don't mean just me because I am another black person. I mean other races as well. Maybe not as much because again, at least they don't have to walk through every single day with the burden I do. Because like I said, it's not just having this black skin. No, that wouldn't have to be the burden. If the same, like I said, that there's a reflection. When they clown themselves, they clown me as well. At least other races, at least white people or whatever. They don't have to walk through like this burden of, oh dang, that's me out there, that's me on the news who was just shot, that's me on the news who was just robbing some little gas station store. That's me on the news. It's not me, but see, it's me. There's a representation of me. They ruin it, you know what I'm saying? And even though I live in like a nicer area, I'm gonna tell you, okay, so it's like here's my area, right? Here it is. Here's my area, and then around it are tiny, tiny little bad areas, the rough neighborhoods, the ghetto, low down neighborhoods. What's the point of having this niceness within this nastiness? Because it's like, you can try to like freshen it up and everything like that and clean it up, but it's like you can't take the hood and the ghetto out of the ghetto when you still have the people who make the place how it is. How it is. You just can't do it. You can't have nice and well kept areas because guess what, within these scattered, really, you can't, because these scattered few areas are always going to ruin the nice area that happens to be stuck placed in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Just because, and I don't know who the idiots were who built this nice place on this side of town. Like I said, because there's still this scattered badness of it. To be honest, I feel like it was like some kind of economic thing, because it's like, so that's how they get you, right? Like they place like this nice. Oh, look at this! It's so nice. It's furnished and stainless steel, kitchen appliances. Oh my God, it's so nice, it's so furnished. Real fireplace. Oh my God, this is so great. 4 bedrooms, with whatever. And yeah, it is kind of expensive. But I'm gonna tell you this place. But I'm gonna tell you, I mean, it's like $1,000 something. I'd say maybe 1,200. I'd say like at the most 1,300 like a month. So yeah, it's like on the higher end of apartments. And I've checked out apartment prices, when I was looking for places of my own. So it's like the average price these days of apartments. I think that's ridiculous, but it's about $1,000. You can get some like 800, but shoot, you may end up like cockroaches in that place. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they get you. It's like when you're only shown the bad, the bad places in a certain area, and then you have like this one area. Oh, okay, that's good. That's the one. This one is a safe area because it's cleaner, it's nicer, right? So then they got you. You move in. You move into this nice, well kept area, but guess what? It still doesn't stop the shootings that happen literally like a few feet away from your nice, clean, white, suburban areas. It doesn't stop because you can't take the hood out of it's like you just can't take the hood out of the ghetto. You can't you can't take the ghetto out of the hood, I should say. As long as these places are still around. Because like I said, they got you. Now you're stuck. Now you're stuck in this, it's nice. It's a nice area as long as like you stay within your nice, suburban white bounds. But as soon as you step like a few feet over, it just becomes, like hood town all of a sudden. It's not a place you want to be like, trying to have like a nice walk like with your kids. Really, like, on the sidewalk. No. No, you can't do that. There's no point in having a nice area if the surrounding areas are still dangerous and filthy. And don't don't get me wrong. Like just like how the media makes things, like I said, because it's like you have to understand the underlining works of things too, not just what you see, not just what is presented to you all the time. Because again, sometimes that's not you, that's not your lifestyle. You don't know where that person or these people are coming from to make them do things, and you have to consider, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to consider like underlining facts. But I'm gonna tell you, like I've had it rough too. But I'm not out here shooting people. Like I just, I can't deny that. Like I mean, I've had it rough too. Like I've been angry and everything too. But I'm not out here like trying to hurt other people. But I also understand, it's like at the end of the day, you do what you gotta do because it's like, do you want to be happy and polite, or do you want to, do you want to have like money to eat and like feed your kids or feed yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to have shelter? So I get it. Like at the end of the day, sometimes it comes down to, hey, you do what you gotta do to get by, and that includes robbing a few stores or whatever, like robbing a few people, making a few quick bucks. Hey, I mean, I part of me understands that view. And just like with the media, yes, it does twist things on black people. I can certainly vouch for that. But I'm gonna also tell you, um, yeah, I understand things are a certain way in certain neighborhoods, predominantly black neighborhoods. Things are a certain way and set up a certain way, set up to stay and remain a certain way in these, hoods and ghettos, predominantly black and maybe, Latino areas. I understand they're set up to stay that way for a reason. Like, it's like you're set up to fail. You're set up to not accomplish things. You're set up to not get out of it all the way. And if you do happen to make it, right, if you happen to be one of those random people who makes it out of the hood, if you happen to make it and get out and be somebody or be successful or whatever, you'll always have those memories. Oh yeah, that's where I grew up. I'm like this now, but I'll forever have these memories of walking outside my door and seeing these images, you know, and you can't take that away. And I feel like that's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't ever undo that because again, that's what you grew up with. And, like that's your childhood. That's your childhood, you know what I'm saying? Always having to lock the doors, lock the car doors, lock the house doors, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you went. Even as soon as you got home, you had to hurry up and have bars on the windows and everything. You had to have so many locks and security cameras, and that's ridiculous. But you can't take that away from your childhood, because it was what it was. And again, circumstances you were put in, and but I also think that that's why it's good to not put your kids in situations like that anyway. So like don't have like a bunch of kids, or even a kid, if to be honest, if you're in the hood. Why have a kid if it's not like in a safe place? It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, whatever. um Again, that's not the media, that's the people who are being stupid and having these kids, you know what I'm saying, and just creating more and more people in these ghetto hood filled environments already. Then you create more nasty, twisted, ghetto children who know nothing but the ghetto nasty hood. And then you have more nasty ghetto people running around. And like I said, you have to understand the underlying tones. Like I said, there are systems set up in neighborhoods predominantly black and that are low down, or at a lower end. I understand that too. Again, because it's like you're not supposed to get out of it. You're supposed to be stuck there. Things work a certain way. So naturally, certain things are harder for you. I understand that. And again, that's the system. Like I said, so yes, some things are the system's fault, but of course, some things, you can't just point the finger. It's you. You have to look at, what you're doing too. But I'm going to tell you, it is 2:25 a.m. and I have school tomorrow. And yeah, I heard gunshots. Like I said, it wasn't anyone like I said, I'm not out there. I wasn't out there 1 in the morning. Like I said, so I don't know, you know, when this is happening or when this happened, in case I hear it, like I already said. But I'm gonna tell you, I know that wasn't the sound of car doors slamming. Even there were 7 shots, I'd say. First, I heard like a car beeping, let me just do like a lame imitation, like beep beep, and then I heard pow 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 pow, and I'm just like, is that what I think it is? Like even when the shots were still going off, I'm like, okay, this is what I think it is. Now you can try to be modest and you can try to say, well, you weren't out there, maybe it was like a firecracker. You're right, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone happened to, shoot a firecracker, or light a firecracker within the neighborhood as a joke. Maybe. Whoever they were, they better hope they weren't black, because odds are, yeah, they're even if they can try to say, well, it was just a firecracker, and let's say even if the truth of it was just a little harmless, little cute little firecracker or whatever, whatever. No, you're probably still gonna go to jail for having a firearm, because again, you have to be smart. You're black. They can more easily stick you for something like that than they will of someone who's not black. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be smart. And it just, it scares me. Like in a few more hours, I'll have to go outside, and you know how it's still dark, early in the morning. Sometimes I'll have to go outside and try to start my car and heat up my car or whatever, walk my dog, and there was just shooting outside. It just, it's scary. And I know it was really close. Like I said, probably within my very neighborhood. And it scares me because it was really close. I heard beep beep, I heard car honking, and then I heard pow 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 pow, just shooting, and I'm like, and okay, like I said, whether you want to say it was just, it's just like a firecracker, it was a joke, or whatever, or you want to say, well, you don't know, it could have been like car doors. Okay, let's say 7 car doors slammed, at the, at the same time, huh? Pow, 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 pow. No, not like that. Not that loud. Not that loud. Like, what, did all the 7 friends get out of the car, at same times? I'll slam my door. No, now I'll slam my door. Pow, pow. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. I know what that was. It wasn't anyone beating on anything, or no, they were gunshots, and, it's scary. Because again, it makes me question, what is any of that doing around here? But again, even though this is the single nice area, you really have to understand like this little diagram. There's there's like the single nice area, right? All these other little surrounding nasty neighborhoods all around. You know, that nastiness and the filth and the violence is gonna eventually, engulf, and it's gonna swallow, and slowly start to eat and just like demolish whatever, take over the nice neighborhoods. And eventually, people aren't gonna want to even live here anymore. Like I said, like right now, I feel like it's like a kind of like gotcha economic thing. Like they got us with the whole, oh, it looks nice, oh, it's newly furnished, oh, it's so nice, and 3 and 4 bedroom apartments. Because they know like that's the kind of stuff. Again, like those are the pieces of meat they have to dangle in your face. Oh, come here, come get this. This is so nice for you. But it's a trick, really. That's what they have to do because they know the area is so bad. Really, that's what they have to do. They have to have these apartments that are up to scale and whatever, because they know that the area is shit. And it's shit for you. It's shit for it's shit for you. Like if you're on your way to your car, getting ready to go to work, you could get shot. It's shit for your kids. You can't even let them walk up the street to the bus stop because they may get snatched, because they may get stabbed or whatever else. You can't even walk your kids, to the park and back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's gonna happen. That's ridiculous. And since they know how it is around here, they know how ridiculous it is with drugs and everything like that, and it just, come on now. That's why they dangle these nice little pieces of meat in your face. Oh, get this, take this, do this here. But it's a gotcha. It's a gotcha kind of move. It really is. Because it's like once you find out how horrible it is, oh, I shouldn't have moved here. It's kind of too late, because it's like either you're trapped in like this 2 or whatever year lease, and if you break the lease, then you have to pay. So then they still get money out of you. They got money out of you when you moved in. When you were planning on moving in, you had to put down like a down payment or whatever. They got money out of you when you actually moved in. Movers got money out of you when like you paid them to help you move in. And then of course all the months you spend in here before you realize, the apartment company complex was getting money out of you all those months, when you were slowly realizing maybe this isn't the best place. And up until the point where you decided, yep, okay, I can't take it, I'm gone, I have to leave, they're going to get even more money out of you because you're breaking your lease now. You see? So it's a gotcha move. It's a gotcha kind of move. And once you realize how screwed you are, it's like you have to get out before it's like too late. Because again, like it's like I hear sirens. To be honest, in another video I said it every other night, but it's more like every night, really. And sometimes, like last night, like I hear them go off 5 different times. I hear them go off 5 different times. It's not the ambulance. I mean, after I hear the police sirens, yes, sometimes I can tell it's the ambulance. But then there are always more and more police sirens that come. Whether it's, the next 2-3 hours, whether it's, the next whatever, like 20 minutes. It just, what I'm saying? Like, if you have these surrounding nasty neighborhoods, you're gonna have the same stuff happen. It's hard living in an area like that. But it's rough too, like, and it's really scary. It's not rough, but it's scary to be able to look on the outside. Because right now, like, I'm on the inside, like I'm on the outside. I'm not on the inside of those neighborhoods. It's not as bad as like it seems like it's getting that bad, but it's not as bad like as if like that's my neighborhood, and if I go to like check my mailbox or whatever, then I may get stopped or searched for drugs, or whatever, or I may have someone try to sell me drugs, or whatever. I may get stabbed because someone thinks, hey, you're that guy who stole my drugs or whatever. I'm saying? Just ridiculous. So it's like I'm on the outside looking in, because like I said, it's like if I step just a few like block or 2 over, yeah, then I hit like the lower end areas. Then I hit like the ghetto areas. Then I hit those really violent areas, and it's like I'm on the outside looking in because it's that accessible to me to be able to just look and see. So that's what's going on. It's so accessible to just because I'm laying here at night and then hear gunshots and hear police sirens every other hour, and it's crazy. It's crazy.